Thank you so much for being here. So today I'm going to be doing a review and demo of the new Fenty concealer and powders. So let's get started. So to start, I'm going in with a combination of these two foundations. I'm going to be using 450 and 430 and just mixing them together. And then I'm going to blend that out with my e.l.f. powder brush. I'm not sure why I never thought to mix these two foundations because honestly, I feel like this is the best match that I've had with a Fenty foundation. They did, however, release 10 new shades, and one of the shades, it's kind of in my range, so I'm curious to try that out. Moving on to the new concealers, I'm going to be using the color 390, and this is what the bottle looks like in comparison to the foundation. Very similar aesthetics. I love that sort of matte bottle and clean white lettering. I think it is so flattering. It does come with a wand, so I'm just going to apply that underneath my eyes, my chin, my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, and underneath my contour to really make it pop. Now, the first thing that I notice about this concealer is that it is a little on the thick side, which I tend to like. As I'm blending it out, I'm noticing that it is blending so easily. It is just sinking into my skin beautifully. One thing I will say is that I definitely got carried away and I applied way too much of this concealer. Let me tell you that a little goes a long way. I could have used half as much as I used and I would have still gotten a beautiful finish, but I guess I was just excited to be using a new concealer and I just got a little ahead of myself. So I'm gonna leave the concealer underneath my eyes for a little bit and I'm going to go ahead and contour my face. I'll be using the Sephora Bright Future Gel Serum in the color Hot Cocoa and blend that out with a Real Techniques contour brush. So now I'm going to go back and blend out the concealer underneath my eyes. This is going to be a great test to see if this is a concealer that dries down super fast or if you have a little bit of time to work with. It is blending out just as easily as the rest of the concealer that I use all over my face. It is just sinking beautifully into my skin and it just looks amazing. I'm going to take whatever foundation is left on my palette and just kind of bounce that around my skin to tone down the brightness a little bit and to just kind of bring the whole face together. Moving on to the powder, I'm going to be using the Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Setting Powder. The packaging, again, is very similar to the rest of the other packaging, but once you pull out that powder, honey, that is stunning. I love that silver kind of lid. I think it is just so fancy, and it's something that's going to make me smile every time that I see it on my makeup table. So first, I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. pointed powder brush. I love this brush for setting underneath my eyes and for setting on my face. It's just so perfect. And it just picks up the perfect amount of powder. I'm going to further set my face using a damp beauty sponge and picking up a little bit more of that powder and just really pushing it into my skin just to make sure that I get that longevity, just to make sure that I'm using it the way that I would use any other powder. One thing I will say about this powder, very similar to the concealer, is that a little goes a long way. I don't think that I necessarily needed to go in with the sponge and the powder. I think you can get away with just very lightly setting your skin, unless you have oily skin and you just want a little bit of insurance to make sure that your makeup absolutely doesn't move if you're going to be wearing it for a long time. So I chose the color Banana because I love a bright banana powder underneath my eyes. That's always been my go-to. So looking just at the powder, it doesn't look as banana-y as I expected. It doesn't look as yellow as I was hoping for, but I noticed that I've been kind of pulling away from the yellow powders. I've been using more kind of tan and golden powders anyway, so I'm not too concerned about that. I'm then going to go in with my Sephora Micro Smooth Powder, and I'm going to buff my entire face using an e.l.f. powder brush. I'm now going to set my face with my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist Spray. And so this is what my face looks like. So I've basically tested out the concealer and the powder together and pretty much kept the rest of my routine the same. I think that this base looks beautiful. I think it's one of the best matches that I've gotten with the Fenty Beauty foundations. I think it looks not too cakey at all. Overall, I'm just really happy with my results. So overall, guys, I love this Fenty face. The range is incredible, and they should be commended for making sure to release colors that, you know, reach a broad range of people and not just a small section of people. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. I love the powder and I love the concealer. A little goes a long way. This is a high quality concealer. It didn't crease on me. It lasted a really long time, and I'm overall just thrilled with my whole Fenty face. So that's the look, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe if you are not subscribed already. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, have an amazing day.